Good evening, good evening. Welcome to Selenite Wellness. If this is your first time, please like, subscribe, share, click the bell to make sure that you get notifications of when I post the updates. For those of you guys that are returning, we are now into week 3 of the Apple of Eve product by Yada. And we are reviewing now down to these weekly reviews. In this video, I'm just going to address a couple of the things that have been in my inbox, comments that have been made, and things of that nature. So we'll get to that. But first, let me give you this week's review, right? So basically, like I said, it's been pretty much the same thing. Not too much different, not too much has changed. I did have several days, like it's been about 2, I say several, so that's stretching it. But it's been a couple of days where I just got really busy, especially last week, the way work was going. It was one day that I ended up only getting to take it once. And then like 2 days where I just didn't take it at all. But what I will say, what I was kind of curious about is, because I seen some people say, oh, they took it and they got all this energy. And then they noticed when they didn't take it, it was kind of blah. Like they got this automatic like flip of a light switch and went back to how they was feeling. Well, I definitely didn't get that, because the days that I didn't take it, it wasn't like I went back to where I was with it. I still just kind of felt relatively good, felt relatively calm. The whites of the eye thing, I do feel like my eyes look a little bit brighter. I don't necessarily know that I feel like my white of my eyes look, white or whatever. But you guys can definitely be the judge. But they are definitely brighter. Now, like I said again, I'll say it again and again. I think my labs will be what will be the determining factor. Now, to address some of these wonderful things that people have been asking and commenting, let me go back and state this, right? So far, I have not told you that the product is not working as far as giving energy and all of those different things. We're reviewing the product to see if it's that ish to pay $75 and wait 4 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, however long. If it is that, right? Because for me, and I'm speaking for me, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a lab person or any of that, right? I'm speaking for myself. It is giving me increased energy. It is curbing the appetite. My skin does, always get these compliments of being rested, right? So those things are all well and good. But for me, it's not $75 good, because I can get me some sea moss and the same, all this uplifting good spirit and the way I feel. You can go buy you some St. John's Worts in Walmart and some sea moss and spend less than $20 and be what, 10 minerals short of 102. So for me, it's about, is it worth the $75? That's what we're waiting to see. If my numbers jump through the roof, it's going to be worth it, right? If it stays where I'm at now and the numbers only go up a little bit, it just won't be worth $75 for me, right? Now, to address, because I've had a couple people, again, to send me information about Yada being a fraud and, different videos that they found on Facebook or YouTube and other things of that nature. I did my research, so I know he has a great cloud of stuff hanging over him, right? Again, I will restate what I've said many times before. I feel like your gift should make room for you. If the universe and Most High has blessed him to have the knowledge and the determination and the know-how to be able to put this product together, then it should provide for his lifestyle. Let's be real. 15,000 shipments went out. We all saw the post. And if each one of them only bought one jar, like that's hundreds of thousands of dollars. Get it? It's money. But let's keep in mind, I don't really care about the necklaces he wear. I don't really care about that. I care about the product being legit, and the product, if it's that itch and my numbers is going up, that I can continue to be able to get it, continue to shoot my money, but you do your bread and have good business practice and get it to me in 2 to 4 weeks enough to last the 30 days that you claim. Because let me state, if I wouldn't have had the week and some change that I only took 1 teaspoon, if I wouldn't have had the days where I have missed those couple of days and the days where I've only taken it twice, there would be no way. And I'm only doing a teaspoon. And to that, let's get to that, because I have to touch that. Because see, I keep seeing so many people talk about they're eating these tablespoons, right? The direction says a tablespoon 3 times a day. I don't know what directions they got. And I had somebody to question my teaspoon, right? You know, I don't get in the back and forth and the little, social media bullying and all that. I don't do that. All I said was go check my very first video, because the video I posted, I showed the paper that came with my product. And at the top, it said 1 teaspoon, AM, noon, and PM. Then at the bottom, at top, let's remember, teaspoon is TSP. At the bottom, it said tablespoon. If you're making a smoothie or something, my assumption was, and I may be wrong, but since you're making a smoothie, it's gonna, I guess he feels like it'll dilute it. I don't know why you need more in a smoothie. Those are the things that I wish he would come on here or answer on his own page. Heck, I don't know. I didn't do it in a smoothie. I've been taking it with it first. It was a little bit of lemon juice. And somebody told me the other couple days ago to use lime, because over a period of time, the lemon might, break down the potency. Although I never found any information on that when I researched it, because I don't know if they're just going with because it's not alkaline and key lime is. However, really, not really, because I don't, St. John's wort is not alkaline either, and it's in the product. So I don't really know what the difference would be. However, hey, let's try it different. Lemon, lime, doesn't matter, goes down. So I showed y'all what my paper said. Maybe their paper says tablespoon, and they can take a whole tablespoon. But if you're taking a tablespoon, if I was taking a tablespoon, even at the rate that I've taken it, it would not last 30 days. I have looked at what I've had left, and even I've been saying myself, like, to get through this next week, I may have to go from doing 3 times a day to doing 2 teaspoons or 1 just to do the whole month. So it's definitely not a full 30 days in there. Just to say that, right? Now, the other thing, when they say, oh, Yada's a fraud, he's a fraud, the current wife, because the new wife ain't the real wife, or the ex-wife, or whatever. I don't care about that man personal business, the old wife, the new wife, the whatever, whoever. Because when she was getting the benefits of what he was doing, she wasn't trying to say nothing. She wasn't trying to move on. She ain't leave the man because he was doing wrong practices, aligned. She left the man, or the man left her because of a whole nother woman. That ain't got nothing to do with me, right? And so I did see the video, thanks to the person that did send me the link in my inbox on Facebook, because it was a video that I hadn't seen. So I did see the video where the, estranged wife or whomever, ex, show where he was getting these herbs, talking about he's not going to the jungle, he's ordering the herbs, you could do it. I watched the whole video, right? And she steady saying how he's a fraud. Here's the thing, to me and most, to be a fraud, you would have to be totally misrepresenting something, right? Like I order ashwagandha and you give me parsley or some craziness just to use something crazy, right? So she wasn't saying that he wasn't using whatever herbs that he was stating he was using in these detoxes. Like, she never said that. What she said was he was ordering from a company and from Amazon, this, that, and other. He was taking the little jugs of water and going to the little natural spring. And I live in Georgia, so I know clearly what she's talking about. The natural spring, and she's slapping on labels. If anything, she got him in a lawsuit with the people who, where the water come from. But at this point, it's really a convenience thing, right? So he's using all of them. He just lying about the fact that he done went to a jungle to get them. But the video was from 2017. I don't know what Mr. Yada was saying in 2017, if he was proclaiming he was going to the jungles. Because in the videos I seen, I didn't necessarily see where he was going to the jungle. Like, I saw him stating that he came up with these herbs. So he could have came up with the combination of herbs, started those combinations and ordered them from Amazon. And she keeps saying, oh, he's frauding y'all. Y'all could do the same thing. Guess what? You can. But in other videos, that we've already done this. It's more of a convenience thing. Like, do it now. Okay, if he's going to put it together and this is accurate and it brings my numbers up and it do that, then basically you're paying the extra money for the convenience of it and the fact that it actually works really good. Nature of the beast in today's society, right? So I don't really get the fraud aspect. Is his integrity to be questioned? You might be able to go there as well. But I mean, all of us could probably find an arena at some point in time in life where it could have been. And maybe it was a method to the madness. So maybe back then, it's one of them fake it till you make it. And sometime you ain't lying, you prophesying. He could have been prophesying about what he knew was coming to a head. Hey, I do not know. I can't call it. But however, he could have been doing that before, and now that he got all the money, because he got some money off of this right here. I ain't did the herb detox. Apple of Eve is the product that caught my attention, that caused me to do all the research. I haven't been following him as long as all of y'all have, but I did a lot of research when I see, because I'm just not going to pick up and spend on that, nor just jump out all willy-nilly without doing some research. And now he got all this money. Now he may be able to do it the right way and go across the seas. Also, who knows? People say he's not, you have people saying different stuff. Okay, maybe he's not making it. Maybe he got a medicine woman or a medicine man in one of these other countries that's making the product and shipping it to him, and he just the face of it, and he's shooting them money, and that's why he was having a hard time getting across customs, because it was the actual product itself. Don't know, that's not, honey, that's not for me. Guess what? Big businesses do that all the time. Major corporations do that all the time. Have other people making it and they put their label on it like it's them all day long. Me, and I'm speaking for me again. I just don't, okay. As long as it's in there, right? So the other thing about like the testing it, right? Because I've had multiple people to say in comments or inbox or DMs, test it. Guess what? Don't have a problem, right? But that's not cheap. That's not cheap. Now, if you want to donate to my channel, Selenite Wellness, hey, do so. Cash App, $, capital MAREE, capital KEA, right? The M and the K, the only two that's capitalized. Have no problem. Donate. We'll do that. But guess what? Even whatever comes out, I wouldn't post a man's results to the ingredients that is in his product, because that's wrong. The only thing I would be able to tell y'all is, hey, it legit got 102 products, and no, it ain't got nothing poisonous in there that could kill us. But I wouldn't divulge anything that he hasn't already put on that bottle, because I'm not about the destruction of nobody, period. I just want to know, do it work? Is it this, that, and the other? And yes, I did say I may want to test it. If I had got the feeling funny or some stuff. But so far, I've been feeling fine. I don't feel like I don't feel like nothing's ailing me from taking the stuff. You know what I'm saying? All I'm wondering, is it worthy of $75? Because you're going to have to do more than energy. Now, the recent thing, I guess, from the girl, I saw hers as well earlier because somebody brought it to my attention. Yada shared a lady's review, and I had people ask me before, like, do I think he's watching my channel? I don't know whether he is or not. If I was him, I would have somebody from my camp checking out these videos. I don't know. I don't feel any type of way that he's shared somebody else's reviews and didn't share one of mine, because I didn't do this for him. This was done, let me repeat, because when I was looking for information about the Apple of Eve, people had already received the product, started taking it, and was giving very limited views from 1 or 2 days and nothing else. And it was extremes, like, yes, I have so much energy, I'm horny, I'm this, I'm that, I'm in the gym working it out, boo, boo, boo. And I'm like, well, shoot. It was other questions I wanted to know. And when I DM people or I reply to comments and ask, people act like they ain't see it. So I'm like, okay, well, let me be detailed in the way I would want somebody to be detailed to me, not for Yada to jump in. Did I tag him in Facebook and several other of his pages? Yes, I did. But it was for him to come on here and give clarification, because as many people as I seen sitting with tablespoons, taking it raw, tablespoon, not mixing it in a smoothie. To me, I feel like he should come on there and clarify, like, hey, your instructions, or someone from his team, hey, your instructions stated if you're taking it straight, take 1 teaspoon, AM, noon, and PM. Then in smoothies or other things is when you add the 2+ or more, right? He's not giving clarification for certain things. So my thing was the questions that have been coming up, like, come on in the comment section and admit you ain't got to directly with some of your people. But if he choose not to show my reviews or anybody, like, that doesn't make a difference. That's not the purpose. of this. Now, the person who wanted to know, do I have the same, this like the lady mentioned today about lubrication, let's vaginal secretions, because we're just going to be real about what she was talking about. I can't really, I haven't had any issues in that area. Not to say she did, because we know folk can twist stuff. Not to say that she did, but I haven't. So it wouldn't have been something that I would have been looking at right away. And I'm just not active sexually right now in this stage and moment in time in life. So I ain't even really been paying that area, that region attention like that to notice. However, for the two people that messaged me about it, I'll pay attention over the next week. And next week, I'll let y'all know if I've noticed, if it is noticeably different. But when you're not actively using it and there's nothing wrong with it, it's not functioning out of order or out of the ordinary, I ain't really paid it attention. But we'll pay attention to see what the vaginal secretions do. I'll let y'all know next week. Now, what was something else? Let's get to a couple of these other. Let's get to a couple other questions, right? Oh, yes. No, I have not had any further surge in like blood pressure. It was like I said, it's a mild spike. Like I could tell when it's there, but it went down. So I'm assuming, like I told the video when it first happened, maybe it's something your body just has to adjust here or there. So, no, I have not been having that issue, but I would still say the same thing, even though I'm not a doctor, because of the St. John's warts and the fact that it is known to cause spike in blood pressure. If you have blood pressure issues, I would just say work your way up to it and just be mindful of your body as you go. This one as well. I do understand, and I totally agree with product, with sometimes stuff like this, you need to take it for more than a month to actually see. Like it takes a month to get in your system. I understand that, right? But he's not even currently taking orders, and we're at week 3. I'm almost out of product. So I'm not even able to order again to even try to get it here in enough time. And if it was open for me to order, I mean, 2, 4, 6, 8 weeks to wait would not be back to back. It would be a difference if I had 2 jars and I ran them back to back for 2 months. But when it's going to be a large gap like that, that really doesn't make sense to do that. Now, hey, again, if y'all want me to do that, have no problem. Donate to my channel, Selenite Wellness. $, capital M, lowercase a, lowercase r, lowercase e, capital K, lowercase e, lowercase a, and then I'll be more than happy to do that. But I just don't think that if I'm not getting it consecutive, it's no guarantee that he's going to get it in the 2 to 4 weeks that he states. And I think the last post I read, it's going to be another week and a half before all the orders are out, and then you'll be able to order again. By that time, I'll be like right at the end, so it won't be no way for me to get it back, and it's not open for me to order now. So I'm not opposed to doing it because I totally understand, and it's just not there. But again, just like with the getting it tested, have no problem, but those things are not cheap. So hey, donate to the channel. We'll work it out. For the person who asked I questioned if it will be a difference when I come off of it. I thought the same thing too. I guess we'll be interested to see. I'll probably give y'all some updates when I run out. And I'll have my lab results, so I'll know whether or not I'm going to order again. And I will be very upfront with you guys on whether or not I'm ordering again. And if I'm ordering again, we'll see what the difference is between the time frame. If I'm not ordering again, I will tell you guys how long before I feel like things kind of go back. Because what will happen is, if I'm not going to do it again, what I will do is 30 days after I've had my labs checked and we saw what those results, I'll have my labs checked again to see if they dip back down or what. Because see, for me, with my severe anemia, normally what happens when I get an iron transfusion or anything, iron pills or anything to boost my iron, normally, my normal pattern is within roughly a 2.5 to 3 week time frame, it drops right back down. Sometimes it'll even bottom out. So I will be interested to see how that goes. So we definitely will be tracking that to see how that goes. Am I upset about some of the comments that I've seen on there? No, I'm not. Because people have to understand, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not getting anything for this. My life is super duper busy. Like I have all type of stuff going on, from waist beads, because I have orders and orders of waist beads going out. This is a set of waist beads. As a matter of fact, it's a 2-strand set of waist beads. Have waist beads everywhere. I just finished some sets of waist beads. I have waist beads. I have a regular job that I'm at 5:45 in the morning till 2:30 in the afternoon. Extremely active kids and everything. So to sit down and make sure I get those videos done, I am sacrificing time to do that. I'm doing it because if I was on the other end looking for a review to give me in depth about a product that costs $75 in this day and age, in this economy, with the administration that we have, that we all could do something else with $75, I would want something detailed. So am I getting upset at that? No, I just ask people to remember that I'm not getting paid. This is not a job. Nobody has not donated one dime to my channel. Nobody has done anything. It is just me giving an honest review of a product to see whether or not it's worth it. No, I'm not saying the product does not work. But I need more than energy. I don't care if it increases vaginal secretions. I ain't have a problem down there. So it would have to do more than increase vaginal secretions. It would have to do more than make me horny. It would have to do more than give me just a little bit of energy and some clear eyeballs for me to pay $75, because you can combine sea moss. You can go get St. John's warts and things of that nature if you want an uplifting feel. I'm not dealing with depression. I'm not dealing with being in a low vibration or feeling lonely or feeling in any of those lower emotions to where I feel like I need this uplifting from St. John's warts. It's kind of cool, calm, I guess, because I'm already in a cool mood. I don't really notice that change. Again, that's not something that I was difficulty with. I will tell y'all, my knees are still clacking, popping. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen that release in the joints, like my achy joints. I haven't seen that yet. I played sports all my life growing up. And just being in the medical field as many years as I've been, the stuff that I've done along the line, very adventurous lifestyle as far as vacationing and zip lining and all those bungee jumping and all the things that I like to do. My joints take a pounding. And so far I have not seen pain relief from that. You understand what I'm saying? The pain is not... But my pain is up and down and here and there. So what I'm waiting to see is over a month scale, how often before I will have to take Motrin. Especially I've been active doing a lot of the different things as far as the zip lining and things of that nature, because it's still warm. So I've been doing a lot of outdoor stuff like hiking and things of that nature. And I know how much I would normally take Motrin or naproxen in a month's time. So that is what I'm going to compare. So I can't really give you that comparison on what it is to my joints and pain until I get to the end of the 30 days. It can say, oh, well, this was a difference here and there. But I can tell you, I hear these joints click-clacking. I do hear that. Let's see. Okay, so somebody asked me, because they experienced similar to what I said I experienced, should they throw it away or should they try to take it? I'm not a doctor. I cannot tell you. I paid $75, so when it happened, I was like, okay, let me scale back and hold on a sec. Let me come at this a different way, because I'd have paid $75 and I need more than a teaspoon out this thing. But it's a difference. I have a medical background, a very long established, over 20-year medical background. So it's a little bit different. So I wouldn't say whether I would tell you to throw it away or not throw it away. Try to find somebody else in your family. If it was me and I was in your shoes, I would just find somebody else in my family if I felt unsafe or uncomfortable. Like I wouldn't take anything that I just totally felt unsafe and uncomfortable taking. I would just ask somebody else in my family, hey, do you want to try it, and see if they want to try it. Other than that, I think that kind of covers pretty much everything. You're going to get the same response from me as always about his personal life. Has nothing to do with me. Nobody's shown me a video or anything that says that he is falsely selling stuff. Like he is saying that stuff is this when all actuality it's not. It's something else. See, that's fraud to me. Everything that people showed me so far has been integrity wise, that he's ordering it, but he's saying he done went to the jungles and got it. And again, for me, hey, he might not been he might have been prophesying, he might not have been lying. You know, sometimes people follow that philosophy where you speak as though it exists, like they say you should, and you continue to walk in it until it happens. I don't know what his philosophy is. All I want to know is that the product is right. It does what it's due, and at that point I will be buying it because my numbers as far as my CBC, my iron saturation, my hemoglobin, all of those things went up, and it went up really high. So I will be paying for convenience and the fact that I could keep if I could have an iron level at 13. Baby, we in business. We in business. He gonna keep getting them $75. You understand me? He gonna keep getting the 75. Because could I make it myself if I order all these different products? Yes. But do I have the time of day to actually sit down and do it? I barely can meal prep for 3 days straight. Okay? So he would get the $75. And at the end of the day. But where I sit right now, and I'll keep saying it regardless of who says what, where I sit right now in this moment for me, if I had to stop right now and say, would you buy it with what you feel right now? No, I would not. I wouldn't pay $75 for it because I know that I could buy sea moss and combine a couple of other things for way cheaper and get this same feel. And no, I do not think it's a full 30 days in this bottle, period. Especially for those that are tablespooning it. It's no way, and you're taking it 3 times a day. At a tablespoon, it's no way, even if you're taking it 2 times a day, because let's keep in account how I did mine. And I'm literally, for this last week and a half, I'm probably going to have to do 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoons. Well, I know I'm not going to be able to do the whole 3 teaspoons to be able to make it a whole 30 minutes. I mean, I'm sorry, 30 days. I said 30 minutes because this video is so long, but I kind of wanted to touch bases so I could kind of answer a couple of the things that, you know, different people were saying about different stuff and try to kind of answer or clear up as what I can. Again, anytime anybody inboxes me a question or asks me something or, hey, did you see this or is this happening? I will make myself more aware to see about the situation. Since the lady mentioned the lubrication, now people want to know, does it make a difference? So I will pay more attention to vaginal secretions. And next week, we will see if I feel like it has made a difference in vaginal secretions. I don't know. But anyway, again, like, subscribe, and share. Click the bell so you can get the notifications from Selenite. And hey, let's see. We're almost at the end. Selenite Wellness has did our best to make sure that I have given you the most honest review possible, speaking straight from myself, not invested in any way, no doctor, not giving any medical advice, just giving how something is working for me and my experience in that. Love, peace, and light. Till next time.